This is for men, specifically dads. It's a tough love kind of post. It's I feel like people are going to be in three categories. There's going to be the men who are like, oh yeah, been doing it, super painful, but yeah, I get it. Second category, who's going to lack any self awareness, going to be like, oh, that's not me, not applicable. And the third category, who might just see this as like a little bit of a wake up call, just a reframing maybe of something they haven't thought of before. Your karma is tied to your kids' karma. Your healing is also tied to your kids' healing. And this is just sort of a pattern. I've dated dads. I have friends who are dads, and just sort of like this overarching pattern that I've kind of seen that I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it out there, and whoever receives it, receives it. So I'll see dads, wonderful, lovely, caring dads who want to provide that foundational. That's kind of like, again, we get into the patriarchy here where it's like, oh, food, shelter. They'll put them in all the extracurricular activities, experiences like, oh, we're going to do like these trips and these things like that, like very functional type things, but then neglect the relational type things. You are the first imprint that your kids get about a lot of things, including relationships. So, yes, you can set up a strong foundation where, like, they're going to have the best education. I'm going to move them to the best area. We're going to do all these other things. You can even control, like, who their friends and stuff are. But if you're not healing your parts when it comes to relationships, you're also handing that down. I went out with a guy who took issue with me having any guy friends, and that's an unhealed part of him. And so with his daughter, that's going to show up in some way to just your run of the mill distrust, dishonesty thing. The guys who are like, oh, I'm super private, but you're actually hiding things. And I got this idea that some guys were like, oh, they don't know my relation. Like, I keep my relationships separate. You can't compartmentalize your healing. That's not how that works. The healing has to happen. It is wild the amount of work I'll see men put into other things, how much effort and energy they'll put into it. But with this, and I get like some of it, again, is a patriarch, we've talked about it, but then also some of it is laziness too, in wanting to hold that mirror and like address those things. You can't be shitty at basketball and then think you're going to go teach someone basketball. And I'm saying this as someone who did not have a great example of healthy relationships growing up. There ends up being a gap. And when the kids are out in the world, then other people fill in those gaps, right? So if you're not the one teaching them, they're going to go out to the world. Tell me how many people out there in that world you trust to have influence on your kids. I get that sometimes doing that healing work for yourself is not motivation enough. Do it for your kids. Set them up for better success than what you had. It pisses me off when I see men not taking that shit seriously. It's like, you had kids, now you have to be the example for this. And the best recommendation I always have for people is keep people around you who challenge you. And I hear this from some people who are like, oh yeah, I keep good people around me. And I'm like, well, then you still wouldn't be acting like an idiotic 20-year-old. You'd have people challenging you and be like, dude, what the fuck is that? So if you do not have that, if you do not have people constantly calling you out on your shit, then that's the thing that you need to work on.